WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Welcome to the third and final and last here installment of the Daviess County series. My foundational whiskey is going to be the straight bourbon whiskey, 96 proof. Over here, I've done the French oak, liked it. A little bit too woody, a little bit too sawdusty, but still the best of the two so far. And now I'm going to go over here to the Cabernet Sauvignon. This is from Napa Valley, and it is also 96 proof, sour mash. And it's a heritage from 1874, but we talked about that in the other two videos. So what do we have here? We have a 55 euro product versus a 59 euro. In America, $40 to $45, $45 to $55 over there. And what we do have is basically a 4-year-old product here, and then finish for an additional 6 months in Cabernet Sauvignon Casks from Napa Valley in California. I do not know if they were American or if they were European oak. I'm going to guess American oak. Now, Cabernet Sauvignon is something that is very, very nice. I do like it. It has some of a plum, blackberry, what was the second note here? So plum, blackberry, and black cherry, a little bit nutmeg, a tiny little bit of leather, and also tobacco sometimes in there. So this could be the perfect match. Now, I think it's really, really nice that I can actually compare the two, this one base plus what happens to the whiskey after it's been finished. Not many whiskey distillers actually have ever done anything like that. Now, Lux Co., bought by MGP, they're now setting it as a merger. All marketing in my personal opinion. They have sourced these whiskeys. Also in the back it says here, basically it says distilled in Kentucky. Here it says distilled and aged in Kentucky. So my theory is that they actually, conspiracy theory, did not take the barrels to Kentucky, but rather the whiskey to California. And they did the finishing and the bottling maybe even there. Because all it says is bottled for Lux Row Distillers. Lux Co. is the parent company, and then the distillery, a subsidiary, is called Lux Row. So they also have here Rebel, they also have here Ezra Brooks, they also have Blood Oath. They have a couple other brands under their company umbrella there. All right, on the nose, I don't know why, but I still like this whiskey a lot. I like the nose. There's a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of spice, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of wood. I like that nose. This nose is good. And what else? Also important, if you didn't watch the other two videos, is we have a mash bill here. That is basically, since it's from Heaven Hill, think Elijah Craig. So we have corn, we have malted barley, and we have rye. And we have a mash bill, just like Larceny. We have corn, we have malted barley, and we have wheat. And then they marry the two together. In what proportions? No one would tell me. Nowhere it's printed. Is it 20-80, 80-20, 50-50? I don't know. But that's where it gets the spicy and the sweetness together. And then they finish it. So we have a 4-grain whiskey here. Yay! All right. On the nose? I'm not sure about this one. I'm getting the bourbon. I'm getting the sweetness of the corn, but I'm also getting a red berry note. But it's a very tart red berry. Now, I do like Cabernet Sauvignon as a wine. Very dry, very good, especially from California, from Argentina, from Australia, from South Africa. But I'm not really sure if I like it, I love it in this combination with Daviess County. So, not sure at all. So the official aroma is here honey, vanilla, and caramel, which is really interesting because the French oak says as the aroma on the website, honey, vanilla, and caramel. And if I go to the Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, the aroma says honey, vanilla, and caramel. They did not even, I'm at www.daviesscountybourbon.com, they did not even have enough fantasy to put 3 different aromas, more than 3, on the 3 different bottles. The French oak smells totally different than the Cabernet Sauvignon, than the normal straight bourbon whiskey here. Kentucky. No, it doesn't even say Kentucky on it, does it? It does say distilled and aged in Kentucky, Daviess County, straight bourbon whiskey. All right, so on the nose we have here notes of, on the palate, notes of oak, caramel, and graham cracker. And here we have on the palate, we have smooth mouthfeel carries hints of fruit and oak from the barrel. Oh, at least there they had a different tasting profile. All right, this is my base, so let's go for this first. It's very young, very bright, very metallic, a little bit metallic. Not the good stuff. On the nose, almost a B minus. Definitely a C plus. On the taste, C minus to D plus. D plus. All right, now going over to the Cabernet Sauvignon. What happened to this whiskey with the 6 months in those Cabernet Sauvignon casks? Did it improve? Did it get worse? Hard to believe. Let's see what happens here. I have the feeling that the Cabernet is fighting with the whiskey. It's not complementing, it's not exhilarating, it's not enhancing the whiskey. It's fighting still. Cheers. Wow, that's got a lot of... I use the word tart. It's bitter. There's tannins in here. But it's not the good type of tannin. Sometimes there's like a, that's, wow, yeah. This is like, oh. It goes almost into sour type of tartness. I didn't think that they could make this worse, but apparently they did. I like this even less than this. I'd rather have this than this. There is a weird sweetness going on. There is that tannic moment there, and it's bitter and it's tart. Wow. Now, a secret to this whiskey, if you do have this whiskey, I think the problem is the 48%. It's 48 or 46? It's 48. All right, so 96 proof, 48%. If you dilute it down to 43%, what happens is the tannins are dialed down and the fruitiness comes forward. I like it better at around 40%, to be honest. It turns a D whiskey into a C whiskey. Now, the influence of the Cabernet Sauvignon casks is more than evident here. They were more than evident here on the French oak as well. My personal opinion, instead of 6 months, next time maybe just try 6 weeks. I think that would have given us a nice touch and not a whap in the face type of moment here. Personal opinion, all right? So maybe I'm more for the subtleness of a good finish rather than the punch in your face type of moment that I am getting and I was getting here. All right, so I added a little bit more water, brought it down to 40%. Better. All right. Still, it's more of a C type of whiskey. What am I doing? I'm pulling up my glasses here. Why am I doing this? Because I want to try something. So I want to try my blind tasting experiment. Can I nose these? Can I taste these? And notice the difference. So that is our Cabernet Sauvignon. This is going to be our normal. And this is going to therefore be our, so on the bottom I have a sticker here. This is D and this is French oak. So the French oak. So now the very, very interesting thing, first of all, is that nosing glasses nose differently. So these, my blind tasting glasses, nose differently than my Glencairn glasses. They have a different shape, and they have actually a lot of a different moment there. All right, so I'm going to confuse myself here. If you ever watch my videos, I've done this a few times. And so I have no idea where I can put what. I'm not good at that. All right, let's see if I can nose them and find the differences here. French oak. I get normal, I get a little bit of a fruitiness. So this should be the normal one. This should be, yep, this should be our French oak. Yep. And this should be our, oh, no, I got them wrong. This is the French oak, and this is the Cabernet Sauvignon. But I said that, didn't I? E? Yes, okay, the fruitiness, chocolate, the French oak. Got that right. Yay! French oak, normal, Cabernet Sauvignon. Good. Now let's mix them up again. So this is for you, this is for me, so I get always confused. All right, good. So let's see where we are now. I'm trying not to smell. I'm just trying to go for my palate alone. All right, the first one. I didn't get the sawdust, so it has to be the Cabernet Sauvignon, I think. It has to be. It could be. All right, this next one. I'm doing this too quickly, I know. Much smoother. Sawdust moment, French oak. Wow. But berries in there, huh? I'm not sure. Berries. And last but not least, this is the normal one. Yeah, bam. Okay. This is, I said berries. Bam. And this is the French oak then, huh? Okay, interesting to say the least. Now, this type of speed tasting is not really always the best idea to do, but it is a good idea just to see which ones are different. How do you recognize them? How do you fixate on certain points, and how do you differentiate? And I'm not the best at that, to be very honest. All right. All right. Very, very good. So my question of the day is from Daviess County. Have you tried any of these? And if so, which one is your favorite? I must admit that it's actually the French oak, diluted down, then our Cabernet Sauvignon, and then here our straight bourbon. So all three of these are way overpriced in my opinion, between 50 and 60 euros. I would much rather have a Larceny. I'd much rather have a Elijah Craig. I'd much rather have many other different products out there than these. So sorry. All right, not my cup of tea. Let's go. Keep on trying. Let's see what we're going to do. And I'm really looking forward to having your own products from your own distillery. That's going to be really cool to see what happens. And I'm really excited to see what MGP is going to do also with this brand and with these distributing channels. All the best. Whiskey Jason here. Whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany. Bye-bye.